Hello and welcome back to Stranded Deep. Update 0.41.01 has arrived and it brings with it some interesting new features, including this life raft. So if you are new to the game, this is the life raft that you start off in after the aeroplane explodes and you're like, get to the life raft. Get inside, you get knocked out, and then you immediately find yourself paddling around in the ocean. This very ocean towards this starting island. Well, kind of a version of this, since the islands are sort of randomly generated in a 25 island grid, 5x5. So that's all fun. If you've been playing this game before and you're like, the left raft has changed. Well, it has changed. Let me just show you. If you leap in, you will now see these things here. So it says sea anchor. I don't think we were able to deploy it. No, too shallow to deploy the sea anchor. The reason for that is that currents will be added to the game in the not too distant future. So currents will be added, and it means if you leap out of your raft, it will just drift off. That will be a problem. So you'll deploy the anchor to stop it drifting as much as far as I could get from the patch notes. The other thing is the Ration Supplies. So it's got storage on the little yellow life raft. It's actually pretty decent life raft. And if you press tab, it opens up. You got some stuff in here. Food rations. Interesting thing to note, if you are, I'm just watching that fish swim over the island, there is a few bugs with this patch. If you are in the map editor, I'll just have a quick detour. So food rations and things like the potato plant. I think there's one over here. Yes, potato plant. So potatoes you can find in the world, but if you're in the map editor, the beans will now be invisible to you, even though they are still an option. And potatoes are also invisible to you, I believe, probably because the potato model has changed. Beans have been removed in favor of food rations. So that's a little detour. You can't now just get into your life raft. So you'll be standing around going, I need to get into my life raft. Can't do it until you pick the paddle up. So you need to hover over the paddle, press E, look at the life raft to operate the vehicle. And then, no, I need to put it out further at sea. Okay, let's nudge this thing further out. Let's do it, I'm gonna do it. The other thing I've noticed, I don't think there are any sharks around. Let's have a little shark check. Because normally happens is you start off on an island like this, and then a bunch of tiger sharks just start hammering the bottom of your raft, and you're like, what is going on? I am a new player, I did not ask for this. Well, they seem to not be here on this particular island. Your mileage may vary. So, A moves you left, D moves you right. So if we hit A, we'll move, and then W moves you forward, and I believe S is probably, slow down, stop. So there is no reverse. There we go, bloop. And then look at our life raft to let go. Can we? Whoop. No, we attached ourselves. Each supply? Too shallow. I think it's too shallow. I don't really want to use this thing for reasons that will become clear momentarily. So we paddle ourselves back to the island. 1, 2, and 3. It's kind of neat that you can paddle it through the shallows. Now, if this thing gets flipped over, then you will need to look at the life raft to detach yourself by pressing E. You should actually fall out if a vehicle. Because these things in sort of game terms are vehicles. If it flips over beyond a certain degree, you should actually fall out. Another interesting thing that has actually come back is the caustics. The caustics? These sort of light patterns as the sunlight hits the water and it separates into its various components of, colours of the spectrum, really, colours of the rainbow. So if you leap back into the sea, that was weird. Yeah, there's a sort of a bit of a floaty bug when you try and leap into the sea, but look, light patterns on the bottom of the ocean. It's really pretty. It's little things like that are actually really neat. So that's cool. So the life raft is cool. The patterns on the bottom of the oceans are cool. Some changes in the map editor. Interestingly, we now have some new plants. Algebra plant. Then if you haven't been playing experimental, if you've been playing the stable branch, then you probably have already seen aloe vera, but other plants such as that and the Wavavavlav plant, they're new. They're new. They are in the map editor now. Everything except for the whatever this thing is, the algur farmable as well, so you can pop them in a farm plot. I don't think plants that exist in the wild. So plants that exist in the wild, if you harvest them and you use them, they don't regrow. If you pop them in a farm plot, they regrow after a few days. So you need to be aware of that. The other thing you need to be aware of is... Actually, no, let's take a slight detour a second again. The fish... The fish in this patch keep swimming out of the sea and then flopping around on the land. I'm hoping that's just kind of fish AI being a bit freaky, and it doesn't affect the sharks, because if sharks start doing this, I am going to do a little thing in my trousers. Rhymes with pooping. So I'm on an AMD Ryzen 1700. Is that a wreck out there? That's a wreck out there. That's neat. I'm on a AMD Ryzen 1700, and if I look left, oh, there are frame drops every time an island pops into view. It's a bit of an issue. Needs a pass, but I don't know if that's just because of AMD systems or if it is a thing that affects a lot of other systems. I've tried different graphics settings, and it doesn't always, it doesn't have any effects whatsoever. That particular frame drop bug still exists. The Raft. Okay, so if you've been watching the series, you'll know that we left our previous home island. We had a ton of stuff on it, enough to make probably 2 of these things. And I brought some building materials and stuff with me. Got rid of the sails for a really good reason, because sailing has now changed in this patch. So you now have a square rig sail. You leap on to your raft. You unfurl the sail and the raft starts moving straight away. You have to craft a rudder, and then you have to latch onto the rudder and then steer it. In order to stop, you get off of the rudder and then you furl the sail. You got that? Yeah, I made one with 2 motors. That was my answer to that. I don't know why you would have a square rig sail on a boat, on a single person boat. It doesn't make any sense. Being a person who comes from a marine environment, I would probably say, storage. There's storage in these rafts, by the way. As I'm kind of ranting about sailing. Yeah, there's a thing. Always look into the storage thing. Grab the rations. Beans are now no longer in the map editor, but these sardine-shaped food rations are good. Look, sardine-shaped tin. Brilliant. I almost passed over that. That's weird. So yes. Small boats around here, at least where I'm from, they tend to have a sloop-style rigging, the triangular shaped sails. And the reason for that is it's just easier for a single person to sail a boat that way. If you have a square rig, you're probably on something like a brig or something, which has more than one person sailing it. Just me. Also in testing, I unfurled a sail on a big raft and it disappeared off without me. And I was just like, oh, goodbye then. So that was fun. And the other thing you need to know is that we're saying goodbye to this island. Is that the boats now have the turning circle of a small moon. Yeah, I don't know if it was obvious before. Boats turning circles, the big ones anyway, were a bit like, well, they were ass. Oh, and yes, they don't center anymore either. So have fun knowing where the where the rudder actually is. It affects rudders and it affects boat motors. It is a curious change, a nonsense. I don't even know why that would have made sense to change. There are some new fish. Cod, well, I say some new fish. Cod is a new fish, and it is in the game. So that's good. This is a player-made island. This is our new home island. So the world, if you've been watching this as a series, the world is new. It is fresh. It is untainted, except for this island. which is the one that we spent most of last year making, I believe. So this is Hobbes Rest. This is our new home, and it will be available in the description below. And I know this because I would have put it there. We are sort of sailing into this waterway. We've given ourselves plenty of space, and now we're just gonna slide right in there. Good. Bugs. There are some bugs. Oh no! Where are all the underwater plants and rocks and stuff that the game would normally put in by itself? Yeah, good. I'm glad you noticed that. What's the time? 14:41. I'll tell you what. Let's drop that there. I'll tell you what. I'm going to crash cut and fix that. Hold on a second. Ah, good. Did you notice did you notice the jump? That was excellent editing there by somebody. Me. Good. So, yeah, if you go onto an island and what are you? Oh, you're a Stingray. Are you going to sail into the land? Are you going to... Well, I don't know if they actually do anything to you. I don't think they do. Oh, they do sail into the land. Okay, they are. They are a non-corporeal entity. Yep. If you notice that there's nothing on the seafloor, the rocks and stuff have disappeared, or in fact, that the grass is no longer here. Save and exit and reload the game, because it's just one of those bugs. Early access games, ladies and gentlemen, early access games. I just threw my axe for no reason. So yes, this is Hobbes Rest. It's a big island. I wanted a new home island, one which was more detailed than the home island we had before, that had a little inlet that was kind of storm resistant, I guess. There have been some bugs that I've patched since I did all those recordings, things like these rocks, because there's holes in the mesh over there, water mesh for whatever reason. We do need to keep an eye on our food and our UV. It says UV medium in the corner. That means the sun can burn our delicate skin, eyeballs and everything like that. I don't know. Yeah, you can totally get sunburn or sunstroke or whatever in this, which you will need aloe vera salve, or to stay in the shade, or to go for a little swim to cool off. There's a temperature 33.0 degrees Celsius, which is about 30 degrees hotter than it is currently here. Nice. 23rd of March, 0 days survived. Nice. A little bit of food down, a little bit of water. Oh yeah, the next thing is, well, there's still coconuts. Coconut models changed. But oh yeah, crafting menu. We'll have to look at that. These icons across the top mean that you no longer need to use a mouse wheel to scroll left and right. Brilliant. You can just click on things and then click around the top. You can kind of do everything except for, well, I would just... Personally, I'm going to ignore this story gyrocopter thing, because you have to kill mythical beasts in order to get these extra parts. Freaking underwater monsters and... I'm not happy. I'm not going to hide my disdain for this page. But for everything else, there are new consumables, which... Oh, look, coconut flask, which is a coconut and a lashing, and then you create the flask, and then you put aloe plant in there. So 3 aloe plants, 1 coconut flask, gives you a salve, which will protect you against the sun, which is nice. Aloe actually, what does it do? Promotes local regeneration, local healing, I think it is. Gauze, antidote, breath booster, and shark repellent, which is an interesting new item. So that's kind of cool. Stone tools now have durability, so you can't just use them forever, but it only takes 1 stone to do stuff with that. And the foundations and stuff are pretty much the same as they were before, so that's kind of cool. You can build doors if you want. I never tend to do it because I don't think anyone's going to be kicking in the front door. Rafts. Yep, rafts are pretty much the same as they were, except for, oh, here's the sail and there's your rudder. And farming is, well, again, it's pretty much the same as it was before, except you need a hoe for farming. We always needed a hoe for farming, but I don't have a hoe, that's why I mentioned it. Yeah, so this island, Hobbes Rest. Incidentally, why is it called Hobbes Rest? Well, it's named after my late cat, who was called Hobbes. after Calvin and Hobbes, and when I got home, he would be behind the front door, and you'd open the front door, and you'd come running out. And then you'd be like, "Oh, Kitty, what are you doing?" And he's like, "I've not seen you for ages. I thought you was gone forever. Do you have food for me?" And I'm like, "I'm pretty sure yeah." Yeah, he was actually a really nice cat. He was a delightful cat. But no longer with us, sadly. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure he'd like an island like this. Especially since it is 32 degrees. He was one for the heats, was old Hobbes. He really did like it. And to be honest, I'm a bit of a summer person myself. I do not like the winter. So we need to build ourselves a shelter. We're talking way too much. We need to get rid of some of the stuff from our inventory, though, because that is stupid. We need to chippity chop down a tree, palm tree. You will become the thing you fear most. Do plants actually fear? I don't think they do. I think there was some research done into it with EEG meters and stuff, and it was like, nah, plants. The things that you're picking up are actually the signals from people in the room or various other bits and pieces. Nothing coming from the plants itself. Nice. So the sun is going down. It is 17:18. The time in the game is still pretty fast. Oh, yes, that was the other thing. Food and water numberoos have been sped up, I believe. So you will lose hunger faster, I think. I think that was the thing. So you need to keep an eye on your hunger. Yeah, keep an eye on that. Oh, raft physics is now changed as well. So it should be less glitchy. But, you know, I would still drag a raft onto a beach. I wouldn't just leave it there. So what do we need for a shelter? Well, we need to build one, definitely. So shelter, 1 lashing, 4 palm fronds, and well, we got everything. Escape doesn't seem to do much in this menu, so if we left click out of there, seems to be a weird... There are some weird things. We need to find a plant that makes lashings as the sun disappears. Whoa, the sun's about to disappear properly. Come up on the top of this hill. Ah! Oh no, it's gone. It's gone. Is it gone? It's gone. Very fast is the old sun near the equator. That's something you can say. So let's go on a raft. See if we got a lantern somewhere. I brought like literally a ton of stuff. Oh, there we go. A lantern. At least we can see what we're doing. Boop. Physics object, the lantern over here. Thank you. And then we can chop in the light. How wonderful is that? Yeah, when you're thinking, oh no, this is going to get dark. Ah, but you will just amp it up in Premiere. I will amp it up in Premiere. You are very astute to say so. But we do that. I think, oh yeah, there are little moth sprites. Just about to see them. That's kind of cool. I always forget about stuff like that. Quick craft, interestingly, doesn't do stuff like buildings, or does it? Let's experiment. Let's experiment with that. We have all the stuff we need for building here. So if we hold quick craft... Oh, no, it does. Yeah, blammo, shelter. So we can run this way in the light of the moon. In fact, what I'm going to do is put it in the forest, in the woods. Less forest, more woods. There we go. Oh, there's a stick there. The stick exactly where I wanted to. So the thing about this island is that it's not like a cheaty resource island. It's more of a island that you would build a home on, like a home island. There we go. So you can hit up. The stuff needs to be in front of you or in your inventory. It used to be a circle around you, and I don't know why that got changed. It was kind of an intuitive building thing, and then it wasn't. So we'll pop the shelter there. Cool, we can actually save. The interesting thing about the game is that you... Ooh, food and water is down. You sleep at... So left-click cycles the other thing. You sleep at 9 o'clock, and you'll wake up at 6 in the morning just as the sun is coming up. So we need to keep an eye on the time. What we also need to do is build a solar still. It's 1 lashing, 3 rocks, I believe. and a tarp. I wonder what the hell was that? That's probably just my imagination. I have a good imagination or a terrible imagination. One of those imaginations that's like, oh, you know what? Thinking you're at net and it's really scary and stuff at net. I'm thinking I was just going to make that strange noise into something more terrifying than it actually is. And I'm like, yeah, imagination, you do that while I quietly freak out. There's some interesting features on the island. Probably not a good way of showcasing the map though. Just sort of running around at night, piddling around at night. So we got the tarp, we needed the 3 rocks, and we needed a lashing. But we should be able to blammo, quick craft. There we are, because the rocks were on the ground in front of us. Brilliant. Brilliant. And we can place that up here with, oh yeah, the big old pine tree. The old Scots pine. Bloop. So place the solar still down, and what that's going to do is it's going to say, oh, you know what, I would start making water, but if you sleep, 2014, if we sleep, what it's going to do is fill up overnight. I mean, it fills up gradually anyway, but it will fill up overnight. So if you build one of those, build a shelter, then have a little sleep, you'll have some water for the morning. Good. We do need to keep an eye on food. I think it takes 2 in-game days to go hungry, but 1 to go dehydrated and dead. Nice thing, I think the watch, I don't know if it's slightly closer, I don't know, but the watch has red cyan fringing, so magenta cyan fringing on it, which is like a lensing effect you get in photography. I always liked that with this. There's just like little things in the game, and it's just like, yeah, brilliant. UV is also none because it's night. You know what we're going to do? We're going to save, and we're going to sleep because it's close enough to 9 o'clock. Oh yeah, so as the sun disappears down, or the moon. I always get the two confused. No, I don't. I was thinking of something else. So as the moon disappears down on another beautiful evening in Stranded Deep, the sun is rising up over the horizon. So as we run past the stone circle, there's a stone circle on this map, and towards the Mangrove Swamp. There's no mangroves in the game anymore. It used to be in the like very early versions of the game. We can watch the sun coming up. Ah, it's still beautiful as the light reflects off the ocean mesh. Good. Yeah, there is one thing. There's no reticle in the middle of the screen. I turned that off because, why did I turn it off? Because I was doing something and then forgot to turn it back on. So it's actually not too much of a problem if you know just to place the center of the screen over items and stuff. But, you know, we need to keep an eye on our water. Oh, water is way far down, but did that say empty? Oh, 5 servants. So we do have some water with us. Nice. I'll probably do a tour of the island next time. Or maybe not. We already know what's on the island. There's stone circles, there's standing stones, there's an inlet, there's a woods, there's a meadowy meadow for buildings. Here's a meadow. Nice. Oh yes, this thing should be full now. Yes, it is. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will, let's top us up. Good. Cokie nuts. We are hungry. We have 3 bits of food gone. So cokie nuts, they're a bit of an interesting thing because they're now like a multi-resource. So we hit it. It's a drink. D has can replenish thirst or be broken into pieces. So yeah, you get 1 thirst back. So we can drink it and it'll disappear. So we can't drink it and eat from it, I don't think. So if we hit it, blam, turns into food. I think the model has also been updated. It looks updated. I don't know why you can't... Huh. Did that replenish any food whatsoever? Not entirely sure. If you eat too much of the same thing, you will poop. That is a problem. Fishing hoe. What do you have? I have seen fish swimming around in here. It's a bit more of an occasional thing. Before the fish AI was changed, it was a bit more of a regular thing. The interesting thing about this is if there is a storm, then you will get this thing will wobble around like nobody's business. It's a strange world. We can build. Okay, so one of the new things is in fact not a fishing spear, but we can build that. Oh, come back. Come, my lady. Come. Yeah, fishing bobber. So we need 1 boy ball scrap. And we need the fishing rod. So you need the fishing to make the fishing rod and the bobber. 1 boy ball scrap, which is fairly expensive. So many boy balls just don't appear everywhere. And then you build a rod, and then you can do like a bit of like Minecraft style fishing, I guess. We're gonna need another tarp. Another tarp to make ourselves a smoker. The smoker's changed as well in terms of use. It doesn't have a tray. It has a like a spit. So you need 1 fire pit, 1 wood stick, and 1 lashing. Okay, I think we could... Wait, you don't need a tarp? Oh, that's neat. Nice. So let's do a bit of early morning fishing. Still works the same way as before. I think it probably does. I think the fishing fishing rod is just in case there are tigers and stuff around and you're like, ooh, I don't want to get smashed by a tiger. Where are the fish? Huh. This is an interesting thing. Rock arch. An interesting thing. Wreck. Where are the fish? Stingray? You can kill the stingray. I think they give you 1 meat. I don't think they actually sting you, though. Rays in general tend to be fairly good-natured. Where are all the fish? Fishy. I don't know where the fish are. We saw them. They were on land. I think... So there are a few bugs. Sometimes the fish do not appear whatsoever. Sometimes they do appear, but... Yeah, this could be a problem. You probably need to relog. I probably need to relog. There are no fish. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. And in order to get normal food, like nommable food, we are going to need to plant it in farming plots. Yeah, okay. This is curious. A curious case of something or other. It might be because we slept. And it probably didn't reload the... Is it the wrong time of day? No, okay. Fine. Let's get a farming plot up and running anyway, because we're going to need to do that. We need a hoe. We need a hoe. So we can just look at something. Quick craft, stone tools. Stone tools have durability. Just keep that in mind. We will need a wood crate. No, we will need... Where's the lashings? Where's the lashings at? Oh, our inventory is full, so we can get rid of that. Let's get rid of the duct tape. Compass is probably not going to help us too much at the moment. I don't know if the compass is still off. Boop. We've still got the tin food in there. I just kind of want to... 1 serving. I just kind of want to hold on to that. Just while we get everything up and running. Okay, so we have 1 stone tool, 1 lashing, and we should be able to quick craft by holding down C a crude hoe. Okay. Is our inventory full? No. Why are we not able to craft the thing? Hold down C. Can't craft it. We can craft it. What the heck? Okay, right. Well, we need that to create a farming plot. It's freed up a bunch of stuff in our inventory, which means we can grab 2, 3, 4, Cool. Any fish? Any fish? Any fish? Any fish? Any fish? If something happens and you think, this is a little bit weird, save, log out, log back in again. When I say log out, log back in again, exit and come back into the game. No, the ray is swimming around. I don't want to kill the ray, and I don't really want to kill the black-tipped reef shark. I kind of want to leave them doing their thing. So yeah, this island. So there's, the meadow, the woods. What do we got? We got Stone Circle up here. Lovely stone circle. We've got the inland, I guess you could call it a stream. Oh yeah. Oh boy. We got the old submarine kind of thing going on. We'll just have to pick that up. Yeah. I mean, it's like 4 different wrecks all stuck together to make something looks like a submarine. Let's get that out of our field of vision. There's some bits as well, kind of kicking around, like the old prop from the back of it and stuff. It's a thing. It's here. It's there's some resources and stuff you can pick up. It's you know what? We just had to build it. Just had to be done so we could have fun. Rock arches and offshore islands abound. Is a reef shark kicking around? There's supposed to be a reef shark around here somewhere. Not sure. Oh boy. Yeah, so everything's not here except for that spiky thing. Some things will poison you. And sea urchins are definitely the ones to poison you. They'll just poison your face straight off. It's a bit of an issue. Did we look in the forest to find the ruins of the old roundhouses? Yeah, and the little fire pits. It's kind of pushing what you can do, like detail-wise in this game, to the limit. You've got to push it to the limit at least one more time, if not more. Trees everywhere, but not a tree to drink. Wait, no, that's not how the rhyme goes. Curious, more curious. So we should be able to quick craft. Corrugated table and... oh, wait a second. Consumable, story. Did we say something about the story? My contempt of the whole story thing? Because if I didn't say it before, I'm saying it again. It's stupid. I'll show you that momentarily. So I'm just going to pop this down here. Yeah, there's a little old wall with a path and the bayou. I keep wanting to call it a bayou. It's not. It's like a mangrove swamp. It's so cool. It's so cool. Brilliant. So we can pop that down, and then we can pop... there we go. Another one down. I just want to get it to a point where it's not going to... You can't kind of see underneath it too much. Boop, boop, boop. It's just that these things don't have any... If you can see underneath them, they don't actually reach the ground or whatever. It's a curious thing. The reason you create farming plots is because if you go around, like stuff like this will regrow. But some plants will not regrow, and that's a problem. I don't know about the aloe vera. I don't know if that regrows. I don't know if you find one or whatever, and that's your luck. We can't fish. Not without reloading the game, and it's kind of awkward to do it when you're doing a recording. That's a bit of an awkward thing. We could grow some aloe vera. We can't. Have I got myself turned around? I have. I'm looking for plants. Forest. There's supposed to be... So I did build this map, and I built it in the logical way. And the logical way is like, where would the logical places be for stuff? So we pick that up. Bloop. And we pick up, so that's Kawa. Is there a Kura? That might be the Kura. Yes. Okay, in terms of food and water, it's not too bad. But we are going to go and plant these. These will take some time to grow. Those plants won't regrow fruit, which is I don't know why they don't do it. It's a curious thing, but what we can do is put that in there by holding E, and that in there by holding E. Right. Good. So we got food on the way. We're going to need to build a lot more of those. This is nice. Yeah, it's kind of nice. We're going to need to build a smoker as well. Boop. Boop is not a noise that I like. It means something's gone wrong. So we need the fire pit. So that's a campfire, which is 4 sticks, 3 stones, and then we can build 3 more sticks. So it's 4. So we need 7 sticks, 1 lashing, 3 stones, essentially. Oh yeah, we have to click off that. We can't. Okay, right. Okay. Was it the wood crate? Don't know. Anything useful? Oh, actually, yes, there is some useful stuff in there. Nice. We need to keep an eye on our arm. UV is medium. It'll go more red, the more sunburn. We can get sunburn, basically. We need to stay in the shade. We need to be shady. Okay, so we can grab that. Let's grab that. Tab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Rocks. Rocks. No rocks. We've used all the rocks. That could be a problem. So why don't we just make a little camp up here? There's more sticks up here. That's kind of cool. Right. Solar still's full. Actually, the solar still's full. That is a waste of time. So what we'll do is we'll fill that up and fill these up. So the solar still can carry on generating water even when we don't need to use it. That's the thing. I'm going to put these tools down on the beach. Put the tools down on the beach. Let's do that. So I'll drop that on the beach and that on the beach because we've got grass on and it's just easier not to lose stuff on the beach. Right, so we can, I tell you what, let's make the fire first. Or shall we? We need to find stones. We need 3 stones. 1, 2, 3. Still no fish. Still no fish. It's a thing. It's a thing that you need to reload for. So we got enough to build that and that. So let's build it. I'm gonna do it. Quick craft the campfire. They're up here. Kind of cooking on gas up here. And then if we, yes, I like it. And what was it? 1, 2, 3 sticks and then a lashing. I think it was a 3 sticks and a lashing. Okay, let's do it. Got that. Yeah, it's 1 lashing. We'll probably run back. What is the time of day? 15:37. It's already getting dark. Wow. Okay, fine. So we'll go here, grab that, and then we will run this way. We can use the tins, I suppose, to feed ourselves temporarily. So we can do that. Quick craft. Is there any way to rotate that? I don't think there is. I think it just kind of goes the way it goes. Yeah, it does. It just goes the way it goes. Fortunately, it actually faces the thing. See, it's only got a spit there. I can't show you using it. I will need kindling 2 sticks. But yeah, so you put meat in your hand, you go up to it and you hold E and it goes onto the stick. I think you put like 5 pieces in, then light the fire and it smokes in a normal kind of time. Nice. I think we've covered most of the stuff. Like I said, the island will be in the description below. So if you want that, go and pick it up. We'll finish off by having. Oh yeah, we made it. I've done that before and then broken my legs. We have some emergency rations. So tab to open. Click on that. See, account of consumables. that actually filled up the food all the way and made a little beep. I think when the food is all the way full, it does make a little beep. So the can of food that you get in the raft right at the beginning, that is worth holding on to until you are fairly hungry. Definitely. That's actually pretty decent. That's pretty decent. You know what? I'm going to save again because we need to save. Save. Boop. Save. Just keep an eye on everything. So yeah, the arm's a little bit on the red side. Status is healthy though. It is 1652. UV is medium. 1 day survived. And our stats are not too bad at all. The island seems to work pretty well. I mean, it's a nice island. Oh, and that thing on the horizon. Yeah, that's where that's one of the boss monster things, which I probably won't do, you know. I don't think we need a gyrocopter. But you know what? I'm going to leave it there. If you like these episodes, definitely leave a like, leave a subscribe, tell your friends about the channel. You know what? I'll catch you guys next time.